Hey y'all, this is Cam. Today is Monday, November the 11th, 2024. It's Veterans Day and it's also my wedding anniversary. Steve and I would have celebrated 7 years of marriage today. I have been in this funk space, whatever you want to call it. My weekend, of course, I went to Tuskegee to the homecoming with Sydney, and I created memories with my child. I'm still trying to figure my way, find my way, see how my new routine will be. But I'm glad that I went to homecoming with her and got a chance to spend time with her and her friends and my sister. Of course, waking up Sunday morning with notifications about the shooting that happened on campus was another traumatic thing for me. Of course, Sydney is fine. She and her friend were safe. I thank God that, Sydney, she is, as Bishop calls her, Sid the Science Kid. She'll go out, but she's just not the one that's going to be at parties and stuff like that. And I'm thankful in these moments that she wasn't there because it was really bad, y'all. Not even just for those that were hurt, or there was one that lost their life, but that was a very traumatic thing for every scholar that was at that party, to have to run basically for their lives, not knowing what was going to happen, or perhaps seeing people that have been hit literally dropping in front of them. I always tell my kids, like, y'all are cut from a different cloth than we were. We were definitely more mature, and I'm going to say more equipped to handle things. They buckle under pressure a little bit more easily than we did. And so, of course, I'm doing this video, but you hear my voice and you see Steve's face today. I mean, I got out of bed eventually. I pretty much was up and down all night last night. I went to sleep maybe like a couple hours today. And then I got up and I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, I just, I'm just in this space today, and I'm just gonna stay here. That's what I'm gonna stay in this space. Like, I just felt like I needed to be in that space. Like I didn't, I wasn't overly critical of myself. I'm allowing myself to be and to feel. And so my friend was like, Cam, why don't you go and take yourself out, or, go buy yourself something, or do something like what you and Steve would have done if Steve was still with you physically. And I thought about that, but it's still not the same. It's not the same. And I think a big part of it is last year when our anniversary came in, Steve had said, Kamisha, we're going to do something big next year. Yeah. And then to get here, and he's not here, but I remember everything, and so I just haven't had the energy to get up and do anything. I literally came from upstairs. I made myself get out of the bed, but I stayed in my pajamas all day today. I'm downstairs in the family room now, and I've pretty much been here just curled up on the couch watching TV. Not really. The TV is on, but I'm just here. I'm just in the quietness of our home, and I'm okay with that. Of course, you know, I've been looking at the Facebook memories, and I never would have thought when we had our golden affair that it would end so soon. 7 years is not a long time. It's not. It's not. Steve and I have been together for over 16 years, but we had only been married for what would have been 7 years. But again, it felt like a lifetime. Nobody understood me. Nobody got me like he did. Like no other man understood me. You know, I never had to change for him. It was okay for me to just be me, perfectly imperfect. And he loved everything about that. He loved me and all of my crazy. I never had to change. Never had to change. And so I've shed a lot of tears today. You know, that's all I can do. And there's nothing I can do to change my circumstances. I know there will be better days, but I don't know when those days are coming. I don't know. And I'm just trying to continue to move forward, whatever that means, because I don't have any idea. Like, I don't have a plan. I don't have a backup plan. I have nothing. I just have this moment. I have my memories. I have me. And so I'm here. And I realize, you know, let me say, I have seen all of your phone calls. I have seen your text messages. I have seen your posts on my social media page. I just haven't really been able to speak. I've just been here within myself. You know, to my brother Rico, I appreciate you for continuing to reach out and not give up on Cam. But like, I'm just here. Like sometimes, like I just don't have anything else. Like, and it's just very painful for me to speak. It's very painful for me to speak. And so I'm just here and I'm quiet. Just quiet. That's all I got. That's all I got. And you know, this year first, I don't like it at all. But guess what? It's going to be my year first, second, third, fourth, and so on and so on. I don't feel like this is ever going to get easier for me. But I know it's definitely not going to get easier for me anytime soon. Because I've had Steve for over 16 years. And due to no fault of his or mine, he was taken away. And so I don't have any type of closure. I just know that my husband is in heaven, and I trust and I believe that he's in a better place, because this is a mean, cruel, wicked ass world. So I trust that he's in a better place, but it doesn't make it any easier. I still miss my husband. I miss my husband. And what I realize also is that some things that I probably would have thought were important or had value, you know, a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like everything has fallen into, I have a different perspective on things. That's what I want to say. I have a different perspective on things. And so it's a lot of shit that just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. You know, I can't allow myself to overstress about man-made stuff. I can't allow myself to just spiral with situations that are beyond my control. I can't do nothing with them. So I look at things different. And so sometimes I don't have anything to say. So I say nothing. But then, I am very well aware and very hypersensitive about a couple things. And like I said, I use that word hypersensitive a lot because I'm very hypersensitive about a lot of things. One of my big things is respect. I can't allow anybody to disrespect me. And so, because I feel like I'm just in this very fragile and vulnerable space, right? And I feel like I'm exposed. And so people see me as exposed and they see, okay, wait a minute, that might be an opportunity. That's where my brain is working, right? And so when I see things and it don't feel right, and I feel like people are trying to take advantage, then I'm very quick to respond. I don't act out. The younger Cam acted out a lot. And then I ask for forgiveness, maybe. But now I don't act out. I don't let things get me all riled up. I think rationally. I protect myself however I need to protect myself in a professional and legal manner. That's how I cover myself. But I'm so meticulous about that. And I have no problem with communicating with people about how I feel about something that you've done or something that you've said, or if it made me feel a certain type of way. Like, I have no problem with that. I'm okay with communicating with people. That's why I say that I communicate very well. I don't have a problem with communicating with people. And I don't have to be ugly when I communicate with you about something that I don't particularly care for. I just say whatever I need to say, because again, I'm here within the home that I share with my husband. I'm here. And most days, I'm here by myself with the exception of my dogs. Other than that, I'm here. Like I said, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm just here alone. But in this moment, this is what I prefer. This is what I prefer. I don't want nobody to come over here trying to cheer me up or, just, let me check on Cam, I don't need that. I know when I do need to step out or whatever, I know how to do that, but I don't need people hovering over me. I'm appreciative and thankful to my family that, yes, they acknowledge what today was, but they gave me my space. They gave me my space. They wasn't running over here, talking and just trying to, distract me. Like, no, they just respected that I'm in this space and let me just be here. Let me be here. I respond to my family when they call. I'll respond to their texts. I'm just not chatty like I normally am. I decided to go ahead and just, do a video today because of what today is. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised. So I decided to just go ahead and just do a video of me talking with my husband's picture, with his smile, that, I'll miss that for the rest of my life. Like, he had that most beautiful smile. And I think my nephew said it best. Like, his smile, it was just so radiating. Like, it just melted my heart. It did. It did. It did. And now all I have are memories of him, pictures, his smile. I want to smell him. Like, it was just something about his scent. I miss that, or when he would just walk up on me and be like, "Hey, shorty." And he would just take his arms and wrap his arms around me. Steve was much taller than me, but there's nothing that felt any better than just being wrapped up in his arms. And I used to always tell him, like, sometimes it feels like I could just wrap myself up inside of you and just be like we would just merge together. Like being close, it was just never close enough for me, you know. And I miss that. I miss that. So now it's like I just look around my house and there's so much here that reminds me of Steve. Not just the pictures that I have all over, but everything from the floors to the walls, everything. I have his, we have DirecTV Stream, and you know, it creates a profile based on the shows that you watch. And he had things that he had programmed. I never changed it. I won't change it. I won't change it. His clothes are still hanging in the closet. You know, I had my closet redone, but I kept them the way he had them. He liked to fold most of his clothes and like kind of like put them on the shelves. And so I had those created for him. And so I still have his clothes just like he left. You know, we have a double shower and I never changed anything. Like he was the shower person. I like to take baths. He would usually be in the shower. I'm in the tub, and we would be doing our little debriefing, just talking, trying, you know, how our day went, you know, laughing. That was like our time, and I haven't moved anything. The soap is still there. His shampoo is still there. The washcloth that he used is still hanging there. His electric toothbrush still in the same place. I've literally just started going up under the cabinet space on his side, but I haven't moved anything. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to move anything. Like I'm not ready to let him go. Like I just feel like I need to hold on a little longer, even though hanging on doesn't change anything, because Steve is never coming back through that door. I'll never hear that Dodge Charger with that Hemi engine when it hit the corner and then the garage door go up. I'll never hear that again. I know that Steve is gone. But there's a part of me that is just not ready to just give into that and to let go. It's just not. And so I'm here. I'm here. And I'm okay being here. I normally do my therapy on every Wednesday, but last week I had changed it to Tuesday because I knew it was going to be hard for me today. So I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do it a day early. So I'll do that. And then I do my infusion in the morning too. And that usually wipes me out. And then the owner of the trucking company, him and his wife, they keep in contact with me, and they had reached out last week and said they wanted to take me to dinner. So I'm supposed to go to dinner with them tomorrow, and I plan on going. And I'm supposed to be going to a spiritual retreat at the end of this week. When I was asked by the sponsor about coming, I was like, you know, what is the weekend? And I'm looking at the calendar, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, because I felt like I needed to just kind of unplug from everything, and I needed to be able to reset You know, not that anything is going to make the 23rd any easier. Let me be clear. It's not. Because that day will forever have the same meaning. That's the day that my husband died. And so I'll never forget that. I'll never forget everything that I felt. And what I'm dealing with now is last year, this time, I had no idea that I only had a couple weeks left and my husband was going to be gone. Right? So when you think about, like, if you had a known, you would have done things different. Like, I don't have any regrets about anything that I did, other than the fact I want more time with him. I want more time with him. So I would have held him a little tighter. Yes. So it's just hard as I reflect on what I was doing, you know, last year at this time. And then, you know, just thinking about, okay, you know, what else? What else? You know, 2024, it's been a year. I don't even want to think about 2025. However, I just pray that God gives me grace and that he allows me to heal and allows me to have some sense of comfort or closure in all of this emotional stuff that I have going on with the loss of Steve. But it's just not easy. I have my good days, I have my bad days, but like days like today, which, you know, 7 years ago, I was excited. He was excited. That figurine right there with the man holding a woman's hand, he surprised me with that early that day before we got married. He was always surprising me with stuff. So for me to go out and buy something for myself, you know, or go big for myself because that's what he would have did, like, I just didn't have it in me because I want him. I want him. I would have woke up to this big old balloon because he always did these big balloons. I would have had this big old balloon and it'd be so big that, like, when the heat comes on and off, it would scare me because it'll like make that noise as it's hitting the wall, you know. And then he would wake me up before he left and be like, you know, happy anniversary, babe. And I'll be like, happy anniversary. And whatever he got me, he would want me to get up right then. So I would get up, I would read the card, and I would always laugh like, huh, I keep telling you to stop buying these big old balloons. And he was like, you know, this is what I do. And then I'd be like, well, where did you hide this at? Because he didn't go to the store that morning because he was up like 3:34 in the morning. He would have went and got it on his way home, and he would hide it from me. I don't know if he was hiding it in his car, I don't know, but he always had that, and I would have roses, and he always would have bought me something, whether that be jewelry, perfume, whatever. He will always have bought me something. And so he always wanted to wow me. And so he would wow me, and I would get up. I never fussed about it. I would get up and open it, and, you know, we would have our moment because, you know, when he came home, it would be late. And y'all see now, like, it's getting dark now. And so I missed that, you know. He knew I loved fresh flowers, so I've been literally buying fresh flowers for myself ever since he passed away. It's nothing like the fresh flowers. That's something that I do to kind of treat myself in his honor. I always buy 2 bouquets. Like, I'll do just whatever other fresh flowers they have, and then I'll get me some roses, different color roses that they may have. But I miss my husband. So today, yeah, it went just about how you guys might have expected it to be. It's been a lot of tears. It's been a lot of silence. I'm just here, thinking of my husband, thinking of my veteran. Yes. Thinking about the time, the years that we had, thinking about just each year, everything that we would do. And then like now, nothing. Like Jeffrey Osborne comes again at the end of this month on the 30th. He's going to be at the Cobb Energy Center. Y'all know how I love Jeffrey Osborne. Jeffrey Osborne and Babyface, like them two, those are like my two favorite artists in the world. And then Boney James. But I seen Jeffrey one time already this year at Maple House. As soon as I knew he was coming back to Cobb Energy, I bought them tickets the same day they went on sale. I bought 2 tickets like I always do. I don't even know who going with me. I just bought 2 tickets so I wouldn't have to go by myself. But if I have to go by myself, then I'm going to go by myself. But I love me some Jeffrey Osborne. My song, Steve and I's song, was one of Jeffrey Osborne's songs. That was our first dance after we got married. You know, so I even before that, like I just loved Jeffrey Osborne. Like when he was with LTD, I loved him. And you know, even when I was a teenager, the Woo Woo song was like my thing, right? But I just love him. And so I'm always gonna go see him wherever he is. And to go to these concerts, it does make me feel closer to Steve because we was always at a jazz festival. We would go to the Cincinnati Music Festival every year. We would go to, if Boney James was here, we would be there. Brian Culberson was one of his favorites. Eric Darius, Nick Coleon, may he rest in peace. Steve introduced me to Nick, and I just fell in love with him and that guitar. And, you know, I got pictures that I took with all of them. And I remember Nick had signed the CD that Steve had bought for me. And Steve was like, Kamisha, put this up because one day this will probably end up being worth some money. And I got it. And I got it put up. And it's signed. It's his original signature. That's back when they were still doing CDs, right? And Steve loved to read. He was an avid reader. In his closet, in his man cave, there are books on top of books on top of books. And of course, he loved music. So before everything went to the digital platform, he had CDs. He had books. He did Star Trek. Like we got every series, every box set, every season of Grey's Anatomy. Like, yeah, that was him. And so I've been looking in the closet and I'm like, of course, I'm not getting rid of anything, but I just need to get things in order. So I said, you know what? This will be a baby step for me. I'll start with the closet. I'll box the books up because I don't believe in throwing books away. So I'll box some of the books up, and it's way too many to even put on a bookcase. Like I'll have a whole library because he was an avid reader about a lot of like just different stuff. Like he was an avid reader. The CDs and all of that, of course, like there's I think it's Temptations and Luther Vandross. It's like a whole box set of all of their music. And so, of course, I hold those close to my heart and I'll keep all of that stuff, but I just gotta try to go through the stuff. Like I go in there and I look, but like I ain't able to really move nothing like that. All of his hats, they're still there. So I just gotta get myself together so I can just go through things. What was his man cave is now my she room. But everything in terms of the decor, like the furniture is still the same that he had, but I painted it. I'm doing it with the Falcons theme because that was his thing. So it's Falcons, Muhammad Ali, because he was proud of that. Muhammad Ali was from Louisville, Kentucky. So the Falcons, Muhammad Ali, those will be the things in there, right? And then I have things that bring good luck and good energy in there. That's his space. But even though he's not here, Steve's in everything in this house. Everything that I've done is been with him in mind. With him in mind. It's just there's no Cam without Steve. Like, you can never get used to that. Never get used to that. But I wanted to just pop on for a minute and just to say, I'm here. I'm here. Today is a very difficult day, but I'm here. Just please keep the prayers coming because I need them. I need them. I need them. I need them. I love my husband. I miss my husband. Having life to just happen and there's nothing I can do about it. And so now the 23rd is coming and I plan on doing a heavenversary celebration here at our home in his honor or his memory. My goal is to celebrate the man that he was and the life that he lived. I don't want it to be a sad overtone to it. I want to truly be able to celebrate my husband with the people who loved him as I did. So I'll be doing that. I feel like that's something important for me to do. Also, with the other things that I have going on in the background, like Steve Golden will never be forgotten. He will not. He will not. I will forever be Mrs. Steve Dale Golden. Ain't no doubt about that. He left some very big shoes to fill. To be honest, they'll never be filled. They'll never be filled. And as crazy as it may sound, I'm absolutely okay with that. I just look at life differently. Some shit just don't matter. It just don't matter. I got my life. I got my kids. Got my grandbaby. Got my parents. My family. Those things matter. Those things matter. I knew Steve was the love of my life. I knew that. Didn't nobody get me like that man got me. Didn't. And at this point, I don't know if I could really trust my heart to anybody else. Because I don't want to lose nobody else like that. I can't handle that. So it's okay for me to just be. I ain't got to make no decisions. My only decision I have to make is just to keep moving. Keep moving. Even if it's baby steps, just keep moving. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I am who I am because my husband loved me the way that he did. Because he loved me the way that he did. So I'm able to be the me that I am because he loved me. He taught me so much about life and so much about me that I didn't even realize. And so he was my biggest cheerleader in everything that I did. He was my best friend, the keeper of my secrets. So I have to figure out how to move forward without all of that. So it wasn't just my husband. He was my friend. He was my husband, my friend, my lover. He was my therapist. Sometimes he'd be my doctor. He was everything to me. He was everything to me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short because my children are calling me. And even though I have been sitting here all day and they see my location, they over here probably about to call the police to come to the house. So Y'all have an amazing day. I'm getting ready to jump on this parent call to discuss what's going on down here at Tuskegee as well. So please pray for Tuskegee University. Yes. All right, y'all.